Hey guys, and welcome back to Star Wars 101. As we all know, Anakin's fall to the dark side was a slow, gradual embracing of the ways of the Sith, urged on with the manipulation of Darthsidious, the Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. In the comic Obi-Wan and Anakin, we see just how far adrift Anakin is from the Jedi Order, even at the age of a young teenager, already witnessing the awful corruption rooted in the Republic. During the comic, the two Jedi are sent on a rescue mission to the ruined planet Carnelian 4. We see in the beginning that Anakin refuses to take his lightsaber. We need to get down there. If anyone survived that crash, we may be able to help. Of course, Anakin, but not without this. Master, I meant what I said. About leaving the Jedi Order. If that is what you truly wish to do, then I would like you to be alive to do it, Anakin. Take your lightsaber, Padawan. We then get a flashback to Coruscant at the Jedi Temple, where Anakin is fighting a training droid, and Mace Windu, Chancellor Palpatine, and Obi-Wan are observing him. Of course, Palpatine is very intrigued with Anakin's skill in lightsaber combat. As Mace Windu and Obi-Wan are observing him, they realize that he has altered the training droid to look and fight like Darth Maul, reenacting Obi-Wan in his fight. Once again, Palpatine is very impressed as Anakin defeats the droid. After Anakin is done, he hears some other Padawans making a joke about how Anakin is still just a slave. Enraged by this joke about his slavery, he force pulls their lightsabers to him and ignites them, putting them to their throats. Tell me, what emotion are you feeling right now? After he says this, Obi-Wan jumps down from the balcony where he was observing him and tells him to stop. Anakin comes out of his rage and apologizes to the two Padawans, making a joke about how he does need better control of his emotions. Palpatine makes a remark about how Skywalker's training is far from complete, and Mace says that it is complicated, stating that he came to them at a later age than what they would have liked. Obi-Wan took on an extremely difficult task when he accepted Anakin as his Padawan. Palpatine then says he would like to help Anakin, and states that he feels a special connection to the boy after his assistance with the Naboo blockade some years ago. Of course, Mace Windu does not think this is a good idea, and states that Obi-Wan has it well in hand. Then Palpatine uses his power in the Senate to make Mace Windu comply. We then go back to Carnelian 4 in the present, and we eventually get to a part where Anakin is trying to tame some beasts with the Force. Eventually, he gives up and slays the beasts. We then go back to a flashback at Coruscant in the Jedi Temple. Anakin is doing the same thing and practicing his Force control over animals. Obi-Wan comes to him and takes him to the Chancellor, stating that he has an appointment. After exchanging pleasantries, Palpatine makes it clear to Obi-Wan that he just needs Anakin, and that he thought he could accompany him on an errand. He takes Anakin to the lower levels of Coruscant, and says that he tries to come down here very often and do some good. As they are disguised, they walk into a club and sit down. Thank you for taking the time to accompany me today, Anakin. I know your Jedi training keeps you very busy. I must say, in some ways I envy you Padawans training in the temple as you do. Your entire life decided forever at such a young age. It must simplify things. You have no troubling choices to make. Not like me. My entire life is difficult decisions. Yes, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Just look at this place. Anything can be procured here, absolutely anything. Lives are bought and sold in this club every single day. It's revolting. Oh, I am so sorry. I should never have mentioned, that is to say, I know where you come from, Anakin, and I hope I did not raise old wounds by mentioning slavery. It's fine, Chancellor. I don't even think about it that much anymore. Now, you and I both know that it isn't true. I don't understand. If this place is so awful, why doesn't the Senate do something about it? The bureaucrats? Please, my young friend, this place is full of senators. Palpatine then points out Calandris, senator of the Scintilla system, who is gambling with some other people. As he talks about the awful things he has done, Anakin is enraged and uses the Force to roll his die and make him lose. After they leave and get back to the Supreme Chancellor's office, Anakin expresses his gratitude towards Palpatine for showing him the truth about the Senate. Anakin states that he is able to take Calandris down now, but Palpatine says that he is only one Viper among many. Anakin tries to tell him that he can order the Jedi to do it, but he says that he cannot do that, that would make him no more than a dictator, and that is not his wish. He then asks Anakin to not mention this to the Jedi, for they would not approve, and Anakin agrees. Anakin, it's not my place, but can I ask you if you are happy in the temple? Of course. Training to become a Jedi is all I've ever wanted. I see. I feel that I owe you, Anakin. You performed a tremendous service to me when my home planet was under attack. I want you to know that there is always a place for you with me, once your training is complete, of course. I could make extraordinary use of a young man like yourself. Later at the Jedi Temple, Anakin and Obi-Wan are conversing. You wish to step away from your training? Anakin, you must understand that this is an extremely serious decision. You cannot make it lightly, and at your young age, it is even more significant, the consequences. I understand, Master. I know about significant decisions. Do you know how I joined the Order? I've never forgotten. My mother asked Qui-Gon if he would take me away, if I would become a Jedi. He said yes, and that was all. My entire life decided right then. I was 9 years old. Qui-Gon said Jedi training was difficult, that it would be a hard life. I saw a magic man with a sword made out of light and a starship. I was a slave on a world made of dust. What was I going to say? No? I know my training isn't complete. I have more to learn, and I know I could learn some of it from you and the other Jedi, but not all of it. I can feel the galaxy calling to me, Master. I need to answer. I don't want to wait. This doesn't have to be forever. I can always come back. Anakin. Very well. After some more story on Cornelian 4, Obi-Wan and Anakin are talking, watching all the ships flying away. Being a Jedi is not just about power or lightsabers, or even skill with the Force. It is about connection, being part of something bigger. I am stronger as part of the Jedi Order than I could ever be alone. We then get another flashback to Coruscant at the Jedi Temple. Obi-Wan is talking to Yoda about Anakin wanting to leave the Jedi Order, and he says that he feels defeated and that he doesn't know where he went wrong. Yoda tells Obi-Wan that Anakin is still a child and that his path before coming to them was difficult. A call for Jedi aid received we have. With young Skywalker you will go, investigate you shall. If after your return Anakin still wishes to leave us, then released he shall be. Jailers the Jedi are not. And if away he goes, your vow to Qui-Gon Jinn, break it, will you? No, I will complete his training in the Force, whether he is here or not. The currents that swirl around him, you've seen them. Qui-Gon saw them too. That's why he asked for my vow. Anakin must be guided. If the dark side finds him. Disagree, I do not. But allow this, the Council will not. For the Jedi Order only the Jedi training is. Understand, do you? Anakin's departure, its consequence. Of course, Master Yoda. If Anakin leaves the Order, then I must leave it as well. The road lies before you, Anakin Skywalker. Will you walk it alone? No, Master. As a Jedi. If you'll show me the way. And that is how Anakin almost left the Jedi Order. Personally, this did not surprise me, being as Anakin did have a hard life before the Jedi Order, and he did have a hard time controlling his emotions, so Palpatine manipulating him was not good. But if Anakin and Obi-Wan had left, it could have been very different for the future. He might not have turned to the dark side, and Palpatine would have had to set out his plan differently. Tell me in the comments down below what you think. I would love to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.